everyone, and welcome to session 2 of Teen Yoga with me, Michele. I hope you enjoyed the first one and maybe you've managed to do a few more sessions of that yourself, but if you haven't, it doesn't matter. Today we're going to start with some breath work just to show you how using the breath as a technique to calm any anxiety and maybe soothe the body and the mind. And then we're going to work on our strength in our practice today. Strength, balance, and just creating some space in the body and the mind. So let's get started. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position today. If that's okay with you, if that doesn't cause you any pain. If so, you can kneel if that's better for you, or if you like, you can sit on something. So this is a yoga block. You may or may not have one of these, but if you haven't, just a book, quite a thick book, will do. And you just put that and sort of sit on the edge of that, and it will lift the hips and allow the knees to come lower. Okay, so if you need that, maybe pause the video, nip off and find something to sit on. So I'm going to start by just checking in with how you feel. So just asking yourself, how do I feel right now? So just sitting and just exploring the mind, any feelings in the body, and just giving yourself a word or two, either out loud or in your own head, just to describe how you're feeling. And then root down through the sit bones. So feel the sit bones just connect with the mat or the ground. Lift up tall. So again, just thinking of someone pulling you up by a string through the crown of your head. Rolling your shoulders back and down, palms can be down or open. And then just gently closing your eyes or lowering your gaze to the floor. And just taking your focus just to your own breath, your natural breath to start with. I don't want you to do anything different. Just notice how you breathe. Where you breathe to when you breathe naturally, where the breath stops before you exhale it back out. And then I want you to start to gradually deepen that breath. So mindfully taking that breath in a bit lower. And then just placing one hand on the chest and one on the stomach, just to help us connect with the body and connect with that breath inside the body. Just take a nice deep inhale, and as you inhale, you should feel the stomach inflate. So imagine a balloon inflate. The ribs will move out and the chest will lift. Hold the breath at the top just for a pause, and then as you exhale, the chest will lower, the ribs move in, and the tummy deflates. And again, inhale, tummy, ribs, chest, hold, exhale, chest, ribs, tummy. And you can do a visualization to go with this. You can imagine you've got an empty glass and you're filling it with water from the tap. And as you inhale, you switch the tap on. The glass fills with water from the bottom. That's as your stomach inflates. It moves up to the middle. Your ribs expand. And it gets to the top of the glass. Your chest lifts. And as we tipping the water out of that glass as you exhale. It moves from the top, that's the chest, lowers down through the ribs, they contract, and then it empties out at the bottom, the stomach deflates. So just continue to breathe in that way, maybe using the visualization. And this is called the 3-part breath. Just focus on the breath. If you find that hard, use the visualization. Just notice how you feel breathing in this way. Do you feel calmer, more relaxed? How is the mind? Nice deep inhale and a long, slow exhale. Flicker the eyes open and bring the palms back down to rest. Okay. We're just going to move on to our tummies now. So just stretching out on the mat, taking the hands either side of the shoulders, pushing the hips, the thighs, the tops of the feet into the mat, and just resting the forehead on the mat. And as we inhale, just lift the head, neck and chest. Exhale and lower it down. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, just moving the hands in under the shoulders. As we lift this time, we're going to try and come up a little bit further into baby cobra. So we don't want throwing the neck back, okay? We just want still a nice long lengthened spine, and we want the lifting to come from the top of the back. And we're going to lift, inhale, lift, and we're just going to hold that for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Okay, and just coming up into Sphinx. So elbows under shoulders, palms spread, and again just pressing hips, thighs, tops of the feet into the mat, lengthening through the spine, no crunching in the back of the neck. Lift, lengthen, and lower. Excellent. Coming on to all fours and through into our child's pose. So I just turn this way, might be a little bit better. So toes to touch at the back, coming into a nice wide-legged child's pose. Lift, walk the hands forward, and then just lower the head down. Notice the breath in the back of the body. And then we're going to take the hands and walk them over to the right. So we should feel a nice stretch down the left hand side. So walking those hands over, stretching the body down the left. Inhale, prepare to move. On the exhale, come back to center. And then inhale, walk the hands over to the right. So we're feeling that stretch down the right hand side. And breathing into the stretch. Just noticing how that feels in the body in this position. Okay. And then just coming back into child's pose, and then bringing the hips up, coming into our cat-cow. So you're just going to move the spine. So like we did in the last session, just checking that the wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, palms are spread nice and wide, and we're going to move that spine. On the inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, drop the tummy. Exhale, push the mat away, round the back, drop the tailbone, drop the chin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we're just shifting our energy in the body, making ourselves feel good, improving our mood. Right, coming into neutral. We're going to kneel. Okay. And if you can, I want you to come onto the toes. So tuck the toes and sit back on the heels. Now some of you, that might be too painful. You might not be able to do this for very long. Just give it a try. It's just a little toe stretch. We often neglect our toes and our feet, and they do an awful lot of work for us. So it's nice to give them a little stretch out. So as we're doing that, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to twist. So we're going to take the left hand over to the right thigh, and then take the right hand round the body. So we're going to lift nice and tall and twist. If you need to untuck those toes at any time, please do. And then release back to center, and then coming on to the other side. So lift and twist. Excellent. Now we can untuck the toes. And we're just going to interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, and come up for a nice stretch. Stretch in the body. It's got lots of benefits. Improving flexibility in the body, improving mood, calming the body of stress. And then interlacing those fingers at the back and pulling the hands down towards the feet, opening up through the chest. And that should feel really nice. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come on into our first downward facing dog now. So tucking the toes at the back, spreading the palms nice and wide, so really pushing the palms into the mat so that you've got a nice solid base, and then lifting those hips high. Okay, and then just walking the dog. So walking out those feet, lifting and lowering, and then maybe moving from side to side, just whatever feels good in your body. Do it. Everybody's different, and your body is unique to you. You are unique. So just treat it accordingly. Okay. And then we're going to walk the hands in. No, walk the feet in towards the hands. And I will turn to face you. So we're just coming into a forward fold. Okay. So forward fold. And then ragdoll. So we're going to take hold of opposite elbows. And then just gently rock the body from side to side. Again, good for relieving anxiety. Nice stretch down the back of the body, the hamstrings. Should feel so nice. And then allow the body to drop, and we're just going to roll curl up through the spine. Shoulders back and down. So we're going to come into just 2 sun salutations now, and we're going to move through them a little bit quicker than we did last week, because we did the basics of it last week, and now we're going to move through them just to finish warming up the body. Okay, so I will get rid of my hair, and then just come into the top of your mat, grounding down through the soles of the feet. Okay, we will just do an upper body flow first and then flow through. So inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, straighten, lengthen through the spine, hinging at the hips, bringing the down, look up or bring the hands to the shins, and then fold back down. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, down through center. Okay, we're going to add in now our sun salutation. So inhale, arms come up. Work through on your breath. Exhale. Inhale, flat back, gaze goes up. Exhale, plant the palms down, take the right foot, step it back into that low lunge, lift and stretch the arms. Exhale, plant the palms down, and this week you can come straight into plank before you drop the knees. If you still need to just drop the knees, then please do so. Then take the body down, chest, chin, come up into cobra, come back through the knees, tuck the toes, lift into downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lift the right leg, bring it through, plant it down. Drop the knee, look up, rock the back foot forward to meet the front. Lift up, lower down, inhale, bring the palms down, exhale. Okay, one more time. So I'm just going to leave you this time to come through using your own breath with the movement. Okay. Excellent. Well done. You should be feeling nice and warm now. So we're going to continue to build with these strong postures to build your strength in the body, but also building the strength within the mind. So, staying at the top of your mat, I want you to step back with the right foot into a high lunge. So we're on the ball of the back foot and we're pressing through the heel. We've got our hips nice and square and we're going to lift up tall. Okay, so we're just tracking the foot with the knee, so the knee is not too far forward. Okay, and then lift it up tall. So what we're going to be doing is lifting the ribs away from the hips, creating the space in our bodies. And then hinging at the hips, we're going to just lean forward slightly. So inhale, exhale, come forward. Inhale, exhale, come back and open the arms in a sort of cactus shape. So opening up the chest and then inhale, back, arms back up. Then we're going to pivot the back foot so it's in line with the back of the mat, and we're going to bend the front knee, open the arms out wide and turn the head to look at the middle finger of the hand that's at the front. And this is our warrior two pose. So we're pushing down through the outside of the back foot. We're strong, we're building strength from the bottom up. Okay, and these warrior poses, good for building strength, but also again good for bringing a sense of calm into the body. So these postures, just make sure your knee is not rolling out, it's rolling towards your little toe. And these postures can sometimes be quite challenging to hold. And if you can't hold them right at the very beginning, that's fine. If your arms get tired, take them to your hips. Anything that we need to do, anything that we need to master, we have to work at. So these postures remind us of that, whether it be something in school that you can't do first time round, can't do till after a couple of goes, or something that you like to do, art or sport, that you just have to stick at it. It helps us create stamina and strength in the mind, and also just to keep going. Inhale, we're going to come into a reverse warrior, so flip the palm, bring the arm up, rest this hand on the back thigh, and then we're coming into a stretch down the left hand side. And then as we inhale, exhale, bring the forearm to the thigh at the front, and you can bring this arm up if that's okay for you. You can even bring it over. If that's not okay, just rest it on the hip. Okay. And again, inhale, back through warrior, turn the back foot, coming back into a high lunge. Take the palms in, palms together, turn the torso and then come into a twist. So take the right elbow over the left knee, and if it's all too much, just take that knee down. It's more challenging to lift, but equally you are still getting the same benefits if you drop that knee. Okay, and inhale back up, come forward, plant the hands down, step it back into plank, drop the knees, bring it down, and then come back into downward facing dog. And then just take a nice child's pose. Just take a couple of breaths here. Feel into the body. How does it feel? Because we're going to do that again on the other side. So just feel any energy, any shift of energy, anything in your body. Just tune into it and see how it feels. Okay. And lifting up. Coming into downward facing dog. We're going to lift. No, we're not. We're going to lift the right leg. We're going to bring that forward and come into a high lunge. And then we're going to inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, bring the arms back. Lift up. And then pivot the back foot. Okay, I'm going to come this way so that you can see me. So back foot's in line with the back of the mat. Pushing down through that outer edge. Drawing up through the body. Bending through the front knee. So we're turning this hip. So we're working on those hip flexors again. Releasing those hip flexors. Releasing any tension. Any negative emotions in the body. And then outstretching the arms and taking the gaze to the middle finger. And then just holding that here. And you might feel we're working those big muscles again like we spoke about last week. So when we get very anxious and our body goes into fight or flight mode, it gets flooded with cortisol. Well, by working through some of these big muscles, we're burning off that cortisol and bringing a sense of calm and ease to the body. Inhale, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale, bringing the arm to the thigh, coming into side angle stretch. Or up here, or indeed here, or around here. Whichever works best for you. Bringing it back up. Coming back into a high lunge. Okay. Bringing the palms together, taking it down, twisting the torso and hooking the left elbow over the right knee. And of course, dropping that knee if you need to. Always take the option that suits you best. Inhale, back up. Woo. Okay. Bring the hands to the hips and step the feet together. Okay. We're just going to release the body now. So we're just going to come into a nice wide-legged forward fold. So, legs wide, toes slightly turned in, lift and lengthen through the spine. Hands can come to the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, keep the spine nice and long. And then soften the body down. And again, like before, if you can't get down, you could use that book or the block or something to rest on. And if not, just take the hands to the shins, but some of you might be able to get the hands to the floor. And just breathe. Nice big inhale as the hands come to the hips. Lift halfway up and then power back up through the legs. Fantastic. Well done. Stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. Okay, we're just going to come into a little balance before we go down to the mat. Okay, so tree pose, very, very iconic pose in yoga, probably one of the best known. So we're just going to work on our balance, and it doesn't matter, some days your balance will be really super good, and then some days it'll be a bit off, and then more often than not, balance is better on one side of the body than the other. And today I've got some slippy leggings on, so I'm probably not going to be able to do the full version of the posture. So shoulders back and down, feet feeling grounded, so as if you actually have got tree roots coming through your feet, really grounding you to the floor. And then just take the weight into the right leg, all the weight of your body into the right leg. And then we're going to just turn this knee out. So we're going to open that hip up. And you might just want to stay here today. Or if you can, just lift up to the inside of the shin. Or the full version of the posture, taking it to the inside of the thigh. Just fix yourself a spot that doesn't move. Get your focus. And then if you are balanced, you might want to open up. Just take the hands up or open out. And if you fall out, just get back in again. Try again. That's what builds up the balance. That's what builds up our concentration off the mat as well. Okay, so just releasing gently from that posture. And we're going to come into the other side. So as we do, I want you to feel, is there any difference in the two sides of your body in terms of balance and how it feels? So again, rooting that down, turning that foot in, taking all the weight into the left side, opening the right hip, and again, here, or here. Oh, one side must be slippier than the other. Okay, and again, just feel, are we different? So clearly my balance is better on my left hand side. Okay, and just hold that posture. Take the arms up to challenge your balance a little bit further, but hold the focus. And if you fall out of that posture, just get back in again. Okay. Just gently releasing down. Fantastic. Well done. And just coming down to the mat. Okay. Just gonna lie on our backs. If that is okay for you. So, hope you can see me. I'm just going to come into some stretches. So, just taking the foot into a figure of four. Okay. Taking the right ankle over the left knee, just above. And you can stay here to give yourself that stretch. Or you can lift the foot and you can take the hands, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, lift the chest, or keep the chest down. It's entirely up to you. And if you wish, you can extend that leg and flex the foot. So take whatever option is good, feels good for you, without overstretching, without causing any discomfort in the body. Fantastic. Just release. Just move the legs from side to side. And then just coming on to the other side. And again, the same as what you did on the other side, whatever feels good for you. So this option or this option, or just simply this option. Your body, you know it best, you choose. Okay, and just release them down. So we're going to just take the knees and drop them to the right, take the head and drop it to the left. Sorry, roll it to the left. And again, just breathe nice and deeply. Lifting the knees and dropping them over to the left and taking the head over to the right. If that's comfortable, or you can just keep it in neutral. Again, just being very mindful of your own body. Everybody's bodies are different. What works for one person might not work for somebody else. I'm just going to take those knees into the chest, and if you want to, rock from side to side. And then we're going to come into a happy baby. Okay, so that literally is what it says. So if you can take the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, bend through the knees and take hold of the outside or the inside of the feet. And what we're looking for is the knees to come towards the armpits. So the knees aren't coming in, coming out towards the armpits. If that's too much of a stretch for you, just take the hands behind the thighs or the calves, whichever works best for you. Happy baby, very comforting pose. It takes us back to the cradle. Literally takes us back to being a baby, which always feels good. Inhale and exhale down. Bringing the knees in again, and then full body stretch. And we're going to come into just a little gentle relaxation. So either you can do that on your back, just allow the feet to flop out, turn the palms up. But some people, I know, don't like lying on their back, they don't feel comfortable with that. So if that's the case and you're one of those people, then just come into crocodile pose. So again, just placing one hand on top of the other and putting your forehead on top like a little pillow. So whichever way works best for you. Even if you wanted to turn on your side, that's good as well. So we're just going to release and allow the moves, the practice, the energy that you've just shifted to all settle, and allow the body to relax. You should feel nice and relaxed now. You've worked hard on your strength. We've burnt off that cortisol. The body feels nice and calm. So I want you to imagine your whole body is filled with water. So just visualize the body as you're lying there full of water. Just breathe naturally. And then you've got taps on your toes and in the palms of your hands. And as I slowly open those taps and release that water, it starts to empty out from the crown of the head, moving down through the face. It leaves the jaw as the jaw softens and relaxes, down through the neck, through the shoulders, the arms, the hands, and out through the fingertips, down through the body, chest, the back, the hips, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves, and out through the feet, leaving all of the body empty. And with every breath out, feel the body sinking that little bit deeper into the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and a long slow breath out, and start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and then just move your body, stretch your body out, and gently just turn onto your side, and then bring yourself up to a seated position, sitting nice and tall. And then just check in with yourself now at the end of your practice, just to see how you are feeling. Is there a difference from before? And if so, what is it? And if you've allowed yourself to relax for those few minutes there, then be very, very pleased with yourself. Because sometimes it's difficult to relax. We don't, it's a practice, we have to work at it. But we all need it. It's really important. So I hope you have enjoyed that session, and I hope that you practice this week some of those the postures that we've done this week, and working through and try out some of the breathing, the 3-part breath that we did at the start of the session. So thank you for joining me, and I will post session 3 next week. Thank you. Bye.